Hello, freak bitches. Like, would I take advice on whether or not an episode of Game of Thrones is good from 3 people I thought were knuckleheads? Like, what if there's like 3 judges for TV shows? Like, well, the Game of Thrones finale, you know, I gave it a 100. You know, let's go to these judges. Nope, we decided it gets a 40. No fucking way!
Right.
And you go to school the next day, like, dude, you hear? Fucking Game of Thrones final got a 40? Bro, we lost!
It got a little ridiculous at the end.
Shut your mouth.
Oh, my God.
Shut
I thought this last season was the best
Shut.
one.
Shut.
Oh, come on. Okay, let me ask you something. Let me just ask you a couple questions.
I loved it.
Remember when they first escaped the White Walkers? Didn't, like, the water have something to do with it? Like, they got on a boat, and for some reason, they can't get in water, right? That's the thing.
Right.
Right? If it's their ice...
Are you spoiler alerting the fuck out
No,
of this?
I'm just saying.
You're gonna spoiler alert.
Something...
Don't do this.
Something about the water,
right?
They can't hang it.
There was a few holes.
All right.
A few holes
and now,
in the plot.
Who the fuck tied those chains around that dragon and dragged it up? Who went scuba diving and tied that dragon up?
You probably have to assume.
Who had are they that strong? They're not that strong because those dudes are fucking them up. They're not that strong. Who's carrying those gigantic chains down there underwater, tie up the dragon and drag it up? Who's doing that? They did.
Well, they're all dead, so they probably don't give a shit about the cold water.
They couldn't go through the water.
They can't get into water.
He's right.
So how did they do it?
That's a big hole
right there.
It's a big hole. I'll accept the dragon. I'll accept it.
Yeah. It's a very good point. It's
the dragon I can accept.
That's a very legitimate point.
What happens when they hit the water, though? I don't remember.
They don't like water.
But they don't like it.
Who
but
no, it's
tied
to
the
keep them
dragon up?
from getting to ships. So islands. Like, keep them from going to an island. That's why these other guys are like, fuck this, I'm going to an island. I'm going to wait on the Iron Island. Right?
Is it possible to just lower the things down?
Nailed it.
They cannot get into water for some reason. They established that several times, and then all of a sudden they cut. They don't show how they tied this goddamn dragon up with the chain. It's like one of those chains that you hold Navy ships to port, you know?
Yeah.
And who tied them on? They just cut to them dragging them out.
Watching that dragon get pulled out, I can suspend a little. I can live with the inconsistency of the dead people dragging the dragon out of the ice water. I can live with the inconsistency.
I can live with that, but I'm with him. I didn't even notice that when I was watching the show.
I didn't either.
That they went in the water.
And I love Game of Thrones, man. I haven't missed shit.
Fucked up.
That just got me.
They fucked up. Yeah, they fucked up. It's a big hole. You're right.
Big hole.
God damn it, you're right.
Maybe like in the lost episodes, they'll show how the fuck they tied that dragon up
or
and
maybe
dragged
it's just
it
a
up.
big ass stupid hole.
Yeah. And did anyone catch it?
And you know what? You know what else? You know what else?
But did they say fuck it? Let's do it
anyway.
anyway.
You know what bothers me?
What?
Is we're led to believe that these different kingdoms like King's Landing and all that are like countries away, but man, they are traveling too damn quick. They get from one city to the next city. They're at the wall, and then they meet, and
then they're in the snow, and then they're in the Bahamas,
and then they're walking over mountains. Like, dude, this can take months. It's almost like that whole kingdom is like Redondo Beach, West Hollywood, North Hollywood, Compton.
Yeah.
You know, like it takes 20 minutes.
This fight is Mike Perry. It was supposed to be Mike Perry versus Thiago Alves.
He couldn't get out of Florida, right? Isn't that what he said? He couldn't get out of Florida, Alves?
Is that what happened?
Yeah. He was stuck in Florida, and Mike Perry's like, we came up early, so I don't want to hear that shit.
Is that really what happened?
I believe so, yeah.
That's terrible.
Do you ever think, like, when they show the armies walking through, like, fucking no man's land, like, who's carrying the fucking food? And where's the water at?
Hey, bro, you're fucking my high
When
up.
are they taking shits? I always think that. I'm like, when are these motherfuckers taking shits?
That's a good point. Like, what kind of sewage system do they have?
How bad is
they're
their
just walking across deserts and shit.
Not shitting.
Yeah.
In ancient Rome,
there should be dudes taking pisses in every scene in the background.
There was a big issue in ancient Rome. Like, people got diseases because they would shit in the streets.
Let's talk about that. Let's bring that in. Make it more realistic. I need to see more shit.
You're right, man.
Yeah, I'd love
or
to see
food. Like, come on. Like, explain how these fuckers are eating.
I'd love to see Khaleesi dropping a deuce off the side of that fucking castle. How great would that be?
Dude, that'd be great.
Oh, man. Maybe the queen, like she's a queen
and
of
those
dragons.
shots, I don't know. Those shots
Mother
were
of dragons.
those tight shots where they show Khaleesi on the dragon.
I don't
looks
care
like,
for that.
Like remember the Superman TV show?
Yep.
You know,
dude,
it just looks
she's
like
the
that.
mother of dragons. You don't think she knows how to ride a dragon?
And like her hair's barely going, and she's
That's
barely
like
holding on.
Somebody watching you in a jiu-jitsu match, like, oh come on, man, you strangled that guy with his legs.
We gotta have a couple guys falling off the dragons every now and then. She gotta fall off the dragon every now and then.
Didn't someone almost
Just one
fall
or two
off the dragon? Oh no, that was the Harry Potter ride.
She gotta fall off. She's gotta fall off once or twice. Come on, man. She's just like barely gripping.
I
the
do
dragon.
hate those shots when they go to her riding the dragon. It drives me nuts.
Yeah,
I
it's
do.
like some, it's like some John Wayne shit.
You guys are both gay for each other because I thought that was the most awesome thing
I love
ever.
the show. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I love it.
When she was riding that dragon, I was standing up cheering
because it looks green screen. Like the dragons look better without it.
Isn't it kind of weird that all the rulers are women? Like what kind of
some feminist shit?
Isn't
all
it?
full of
Isn't
murder. Just keep that murder coming. I'm happy. Look at it. She
It's
looks
like a bunch-
perfect there.
look at that.
Look how fake that looks.
Dude, come on, man.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Holding on to that dragon. Do you know how many spikes would be inside of her pussy right there?
Yeah.
I mean, where
more
you got?
the cape
Is
should
there
be
like a
flapping more.
saddle? Where is it safe to stick your box? You gonna ride that thing?
She's between
Really?
spikes.
But
She's
look at the
between them.
spikes. Look at the size of the spikes.
Yeah.
Look how gross they are and scary and pointy.
Probably disease
and somehow
covered.
another. Oh yeah.
Well, her
fucking
grip strength must be incredible. They never
insane.
show her training.
Dude, her grip strength's out of this world.
She should have like a rock climbing wall in her castle.
Maybe she takes one of those spikes and she puts it down in her pussy and just clamps a hold of it, and that's how
Does
she's
Kegels the
flying.
whole time?
She just has a spot that she can lock in, like a ball and socket joint. Oh, is this another really bad one? Look at
The
that.
dragon's way bigger than that. Like,
Yeah, the
isn't
dragon's
the
way
dragon
bigger.
is way bigger
I
than
hate
that.
the way she's holding on. And you're right, her whole
That
body
isn't
is
right.
on spikes.
That isn't right. When they show the dragon, sometimes it looks tremendous. It's huge.
Yeah, this is
That might
looks
be an
like
older
a,
episode,
That looks
though.
like a moray eel right
That might
there.
be smaller though. It might be younger.
Oh, that might have been earlier days.
Oh, you're right.
did get
You're
bigger.
right. You're right. You're
They
right. There
kept
was a
getting
baby.
bigger.
You're right. Okay, I'm wrong.
Didn't
got it.
she use it to kill a bunch of people, man? Some people in some of the last episodes.
Didn't she get out of
Look
the
at
chain?
that. Look how big it was there. Oh my god, that's a full-grown dragon.
Okay, I get it
Hold
now.
on a second. Look at that thing, dude. That's badass.
The movement of the dragon is amazing.
And
Her
you know
hanging
what?
on is
I will
stupid.
say this. I know that motherfucker CGI, but when that White Walker threw that spear, I was like, when it missed the first time, like, fuck yeah.
I know.
Like, I feel like
Here we
it's
go.
alive.
Lee versus Ferguson.
They got me with the dragon.
They're
I
gonna try to
believe
do Johnson
it.
versus Borg again.
It was a virus though, right? That kept him out.
He's missed weight a lot.
Oh,
He's missed weight a lot. Ray Borg has missed weight several times. And I don't know if he got sick while he was cutting weight, if other people around him. But it's just, you can't. Boy, that's a big opportunity to get sick for. And it can happen for sure, but oof.
yeah.
I guess they have to do it again. They already trained for it.
Well,
One of the judges gave it 118 to 110 for Canelo.
Adelaide
kidding.
Bird?
Yeah.
Adelaide Bird?
Adelaide Bird did that?
I mean,
Yeah.
think
What's
think
that?
about her record in the UFC.
Terrible.
118 to 110.
For Canelo.
Adelaide Bird?
That's so crazy.
Is that a woman or a
Yeah,
man?
she's a woman. She's a very nice lady.
Wow, is
Ooh.
that fucking bad?
She's going to get torched for that, no?
That's terrible.
I hope she stays offline.
And they have no accountability. It doesn't matter.
No.
It doesn't. Nothing happens to them. They just keep right on being fucking horrible. That's terrible.
Yeah, it's not good.
I better piss. Jesus.
There was one woman who got in serious trouble for several really bad decisions, and she wound up retiring because it was like people were threatening her life. Mike Perry's a bad motherfucker. He's scary. It's hard. See that Jake
How do you
Ellenberger
think,
fight?
like, if I don't know, a casino owner or whoever is running, like, the gambling, the guy at the top, if he wanted to, let's just say, in a different, if he wanted to rig it, would you go after, how would you do? Go after the judges or the fighter?
I got your explanation too.
What
when you're ready
explanation?
for the Game of Thrones thing?
Okay.
Multiple tweets have come that said that they can't swim, but they can go in water. They just sink to the bottom.
Oh, so they sacrificed them.
Yeah.
But who's
that
carrying
makes
those
sense.
chains? They're not
They
strong
did.
enough to carry those chains. Those chains were gigantic.
They just get
solid
hundreds of
steel.
They just sink them. I don't know.
I don't watch they get hundreds of them. I mean,
Oh,
they
so
drag
they
the
can't
dragon
swim.
out.
They just sink.
But wait a minute, they drag the dragon out.
How did
If
they-
they're strong enough to drag the dragon out, why aren't they strong enough to take the chains in?
Dude, a lot
that
of
doesn't
holes
make
in
any
there.
sense.
Or they're still
Less
down there.
holes now.
Or whoever put them down there is still down there.
Makes sense. You just sacrifice them, let them stay at the bottom of the water. They can't get out. That doesn't make sense.
So they're just walking
No, you're
around
right.
chaining
Why
them
can't
up.
they just walk out?
How
Why
you
don't they
gonna,
just walk
you know how
out?
hard it'd be to chain them up? Even if you had cranes and all this shit to chain that thing up, you'd have to have James Cameron down there with that little submarine trying to scope it out for a while. You know, and they try to bring that shit up like the Titanic.
Keith Peterson, another excellent referee.
That would be way harder than the Titanic. A dead body?
No, it wouldn't be harder than the Titanic. The Titanic's like miles deep into the water.
Like 13,000 feet down?
Yeah.